Okay, so today, by the end of class, we were to the point of talking about variables and indicators. Now, I want to say a couple of things about this so that it will help you with your data assignment part 1. Okay, so using the example of promiscuity as a variable, someone could be said to be very promiscuous, somewhat promiscuous, not promiscuous. You could say promiscuous, not promiscuous. As long as it is able to take on one or another value, more than one value, it can be a variable. So how would you go about studying that? How would you go about measuring promiscuity? So it's something that when we say someone is promiscuous, we all assume we know what that means. However, it's not until you have to sit down and actually define that it becomes more clear that this thing varies. It changes. It depends on something different. So you don't just go and peel back the skin or some clothing and say, oh, I see the little label that says promiscuous right here. We don't know that. But what we do is go out and try to measure for what we believe is an indication of promiscuity. So think about that. What is that for you? Is it the number of partners that one has in a certain amount of time? Is it the frequency of engaging in some type of sexual behavior? Is it flirting, being flirtatious or excessively flirtatious? Is it, what do you think it is? And how would you define that? If you had to measure some behavior that was an indication of promiscuity, what would it be? Think about that. Okay, now what I want you to do is wonder, would other people use that as their measure as well? That's how you view it, but is that meaningful to the general population? So here's the thing that I want you to get. We as social scientists are measuring things that exist in the social world. We all experience it, we see it, we feel it, and we believe that it's there. But we have to be very clear about how we go about measuring something and then saying that that is an indication of this social factor we want to know more about. So, is looking at number of sexual partners enough to qualify someone to be promiscuous? Probably not. Maybe there are several things that combine to create this thing we call promiscuity. The deal is, I want you to define what promiscuity is, and I want you to list the various ways that you could go about measuring it. Understand, you will never find all of the ways to measure it, but we use the best things that we can. And so the assignment that you have for the data assignment part 1 will have you to do that, but you're looking at attitudes toward abortion. And you're going to have to think of variables that you believe affect a person's attitude about abortion, whether they support it or don't support it. What factors do you think determine that? And so then you're going to have to go and break that down and to say, so how will I go about measuring this thing that I believe affects attitude toward abortion? And to consider the various ways that you could go about measuring that. That will give you your variables and your measures or indicators of that variable. Then you'll go in and talk about, so how am I going to define it? How will I see it in operation, and so forth? Again, this is an individual assignment. Go ahead and work on that diligently. When we come to class on Monday, you'll be put in groups, and your access card to a group will be your completed assignment part 1. If you need any assistance, feel free to reach out to your colleagues and to your TA for assistance. All right, I enjoyed lecture today, and I hope this video snippet helps to clarify some of these points for you as we came down to the end of the hour today. All right, have a fantastic rest of the week, and I will see you in class on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.